Gonna do some buffings. Get some of that shine going. Maybe see if we can get some of these paint corrections out of the front. So you know. She's already pretty shiny, but we're gonna see what happens. So, a lot of people have asked how obnoxious is the car to drive. This is with it idling and the windows closed. Like, it's not bad. Can't complain. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit here. Like, it's not stupid loud. But, wait for it. It gets a lot louder when the window opens up. Cruising, yeah, it's a little loud. I basically drive with that window closed for the most part. Anything, I'll crack the back ones. But yeah, that's kind of how loud this thing is. It's not terrible. Drivings.
Barely.
So the cool thing is, I even got Kelsey to do just a little bit of a pull while we were out here. I got to do a third gear pull, and she doesn't know how she feels about it. It's nice, it's fun, but the car tries to walk and do its own thing. She hasn't really gotten to race it yet. We finally, the parts for Veda should be on their way. Should be on their way this week, because he said he had them all boxed up. So we can start putting Veda together for her to start getting a lot more practice on. Since my clutch is slipping, I just said, all right, let's go out. Let's get you trained on driving on the car. So go ahead and start downshifting, because that's second.
I would explain it.
Close. There you go. Alright, go down to third. You see that white sign on the left? So the driveway after that, it's like another few hundred feet after that is where we're going to go. And new project that we're starting out is finally getting the 06 cleaned up, get the seats taken care of, and get building it. She about to wash it. Alright, let's get a little before video of how dirty she is. She's been sitting for way too long. I know I've neglected this car plenty, especially since it didn't end up getting the build on it that it was supposed to. The guy that ended up doing the wrap job on it messed up the paint underneath. Flares didn't line up the best. The hood's peeling. But we're doing a full chemical guys setup for cleaning and detailing it. This is just a full walk around to get a good idea of where it's at. No interior. Got parts in it from forever ago. Hey, I got a spare starter. Not gonna lie to you, this thing has been used as basically more of a storage shed than a car lately. And I'm sorry for that. But Veda's finally gonna get some work done. We're gonna start out washing it, using chemical guys. We're using the black paint kit, or are we using the citrus stuff to take off everything?
I'm gonna swap the black light out with citrus.
Okay. That way it pulls off all of any cleaner or anything else to kind of get us down to the paint. That way we'll roll it back into the garage, let it cool down. At least in here, it's not going to get as dirty. As you guys have seen Chibi's BMW. Like, I haven't washed this thing in a while. You can tell it's got dust on it, but it's not filthy. I can come down here with a light towel or something. I can take that off and it's a nice red color again. So we're going to get that thing pretty much taken down. We'll roll it back in the garage. It'll sit for a little bit, and then we'll come out here. We'll actually start doing detailing, cutting, buffing. The seats are sitting on top of the BMW. Poor car, I know. The good news is Chibi and I are supposed to come out here tomorrow, do a little bit of work under the hood of this thing, and see where it goes. He finally decided that he's tired of just watching it sit there. I'm kind of wanting to get the garage space back, honestly. Sorry, Chib. I know that we put in a lot of effort, but once it goes back together, probably adjust the rear coils to get this thing sitting even. For now, we have front coilovers for it, and in order to do that, you have to cut the struts, swap out the coils, and then weld your hub assemblies to the coilover struts, which we don't have the capability to do here. And then, so the car will be getting sold with those, and it'll be getting sold with a full turbo kit made for an E30. So whoever wants it, they can take that out of my garage too. It opens up some space for me. If anybody's interested. Like, the interior is nice. The car's in great shape. Sorry it's really dusty, but just so you know, it's there. Got the hood. Basically, it's figuring out the timing. We put on the new head gasket. I got to torque everything down, redo the timing belt on it, reinstall the radiator and fan, and see if it turns over. If not, whoever buys it from us, probably just take it to a shop unless you're really good with BMWs. But I'm going to help her because it's really hot out right now and the car's toasty. So I'm going to have to dry it pretty much immediately. That way we don't get water spots. Otherwise, we're going to be buffing out water spots. Talk to you in a bit. Well, even a simple wash did a hell of a difference. Check it out. She's shiny again. I can even see a reflection in there somewhere. Hell yeah. Give you kind of a walk around. This car sat for about a year. Probably gonna have to buff out the windows because there's things from the sun that just got chewed up. But if you look close, you can see all these scratch marks and everything else in here. That spider web effect. See if I can do it away from the sun. You can kind of see when I move the camera. Especially right in here. Like, I'm gonna try and get all that out. You can see it real bad up on the top here, where it just looks spider webs as hell. So all that hopefully will be coming out with a really good buff. I'm surprised that got that much. Hell yeah. well, we're going to clean out the garage and then push it back in. It'll get some vacuuming and stuff here soon. Hi.
Hi.
And yeah, probably take a break here soon because it's past lunchtime. I'm hungry. Bet you are. Probably got to find the little man, see if he's hungry. So that's where we're leaving off right now. Clay bar work is done. It's looking beautiful. Well, more beautiful than it was. It's nice and smooth. Gonna work on buffing here in a second. I love how black car turns just straight up into a mirror whenever it's clean. This one's doing pretty well. You're gonna learn how to buff. Thank you, chemical guys. But everything's coming in. You can kind of see here those streaks and everything I was talking about in the paint from the guy putting on the wrap work and messing it up. We're gonna see if we can pull those out. So the windows were bad. We ended up taking the clay bar to them and it smoothed it out quite a bit. Might end up seeing if maybe I can buff them. I mean, they've been sitting in the sun with water on them and everything else. Maybe try and get it to buff out and see what happens. Not entirely sure. Probably gonna clay bar this mirror too, or just replace the glass. But just coming along. This car has some of my favorite mirror pictures and everything else on it. So this has been a lot of fun figuring it out, and we're about to adventure with the buffer, see what happens. Probably start on the trunk. Okay. We aren't touching the front end of the car because the sun's going down and sun's starting to come in here, making the front of the car hot. So we'll probably work on the back half and see what happens. So I'm gonna try and get out the way here and let her do her thing. Well, we're done for today. But Kelsey went over this thing twice. And this side is untreated. Kind of give you an idea of it. Now watch on the other side of the tape and see how smooth that is. There's still some of the scratches that were deep in there, but they're barely visible. Like, the real difference between that side and this side is like the difference between 1080p and 4K. It's not huge, but it's definitely there. Like, you can see this line in the roof gets wavy because of whatever's going on. No, not the line in the ceiling. Because you're watching the line in the ceiling off the paint, and you can see it gets wavy on here. You can take over this side, and it's just smooth all the way across. Yeah. No, she's coming out great. But that's probably where we're going to leave off for it today. Heading out to Ron's at 7. Going to go do a car meet, take the kiddo out, maybe go out on a cruise, I don't know. And then might go have a couple drinks tonight. Not sure. Guess we'll find out. But probably be back out here tomorrow working on this thing. Looks super good. It makes me happy to see it being restored. I know she's mad at me because of the condition that the car was in when she took over and started doing the restoration on it. Let me tell you that the car legitimately sat for a year because I got the or not Facebook, but like Snapchat reminders, picture reminders a year ago is when we were going to do the 35R build on that car. And then we decided to throw it all into Onyx. It's been over a year, actually. So, obviously, this one's been neglected enough. And it's about time. I basically gave the car to Kelsey. Told her she can do with it as she will. She's going to learn on it. She's going to learn how to do paint corrections, do a lot of the interior detailing. She already likes cleaning and all that. Figuring out the installation, removal of seats. We'll work on some of the maintenance that comes with it and some of the mechanical stuff. Like, we still got to put the brakes on. That'll be fun. We'll do brakes. We'll do the clutch. You'll help me with the engine. You're going to learn a lot. So, that's going to wrap this one up. But, yeah. Tune in more, because there's going to be more videos on this since it's finally getting started. I'll have a video coming up soon of doing a clutch job on Onyx because we don't want the clutch slipping going down the track, so we can actually make a low 9-second pass. We already know that the car traps over 1,000 miles per hour. Or miles, Jesus. It traps over 1,000 horsepower, 1,000 miles per hour. Jesus. No. The car traps like mid to high 150s in the quarter. And that was with the clutch slipping at import face-off. A bunch of y'all saw me there. But I feel like if the clutch wasn't slipping and we got a, basically a perfect pass, probably could have been around 160, 162 maybe. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens with it. That'll be a fun process. Right now, the car is sitting out front. I'll give you a little walk up there. We went and took off the slicks. You saw them probably up on the shelf in the garage. Got her out here, looking nice and pretty. The truck's sitting over there looking dirty. Can't really tell in the video, but Onyx went and got a bath. Got our normal street shoes put back on. We finally put on the mud flaps. Well, I finally put on the mud flaps. Still rocking the BBR 700 sticker because, she only pushes 700 horsepower anyway, right? At least that's what I'm told. But all right, I'm going to finish getting the car ready. Got the car seat in there. We're just going to go out, see some people. I haven't made it out to a meet at all this season yet. So that's my plan. That's what I want to do. And then, yeah, relax. I'm going to chill for the next couple hours. Probably go wash my face because I was out here sweating already. You can see it glistening off the side of my face. So, all right, man. I will catch y'all later. You have a good one.